Friends, this is our first class in this academic year. I am your basic science teacher. Our first chapter, Cascades of Life. Cascades of Life. One day, Meenu was walking along the garden in front of her house, and at one sometime something prickled her, and she felt pain, and she was very surprised when she saw the black tiny insect on her hand. She was looking the garden. It was very beautiful. Lots of flowers, then butterflies, color roses. So she was very happy. But suddenly, at some time, one is prickled her. It's so painful. But she was surprised when she saw a teeny black one insect on her hand, and then she think, oh my God, how painful it is. It is a small insect, but it feels very painful. So there are so many things around us, but it was different in shapes, size and color. Let us see a video about different types of organism. Different types of organism. Here you know the name of many animals. So shall we write some name of animals? Okay, here elephant, goat and camel. When we write this in a order, so first we can write elephant because it is big in size. So let's write elephant. Which animal will come next if we make a list in order of size? Yes, camel. The next goat, and the last ant. Here ant is the smallest organism, but if there is no other organism smaller than ant? There is no other organism smaller than ant? Yes, there are many other organisms are in water and air too. In water and air we can find out small organism. Before that, what is organism? Organism means living things. The living things are called organism. So here we can see ant is the smallest, but there are many other organisms smaller than ant, and we can't find it in naked eyes. So here we use microscope to find out the smallest organism. We already said that there are many other organisms smaller than ant, but we can't find out in naked eyes. Naked eye means without using hand lens or microscope, any others. So we here microscope helps us to observe the microorganism that we can't see in the naked eye. So the microorganism helps us to find out or observe the microorganism that we can't see by naked eyes. We already said there are many organisms in water and air too. In water and in air we can see small organism that we can't see in naked eye. So microscope will help us to observe the microorganism. So what is microorganism? Microorganism means the organism that we can't see in by naked eye. So, do you want to see the microorganism? Let's do an experiment. So, here we need some materials to do this experiment. First one, microscope, then next slide, cover glass and hay-soaked water. If you didn't get hay-soaked water, we can collect the water from pond or canal which is started to dry up. We can use this water. So, how we can do this experiment? Take a one drop of hay-soaked water on a slide and place a cover glass into. Then we can observe that in the microscope. Let us see the experiment how they did.
Students are about to discover that some of the best specimens can be found at a local pond. Back in the classroom, an eyedropper is used to deposit a drop of water onto a glass slide.
What do you cover it with? A cover slip.
The slide is then covered with a cover slip. It is then placed on a microscope stage beneath two clips. That single drop of water is teeming with life. These are protozoa, organisms consisting of a single cell. This one is called an amoeba. It moves by sending out pseudopods, or false feet, consisting of cell material. These belong to a group called Paramecium. They're feeding on pond debris. In dark field, you can see their bodies take on the color of the green algae they are eating. Paramecium move by beating their cilia, which are hair-like strands visible here along their outer edges. This one is called stentor. If you look closely, you can see the cilia that line the outside of its large mouth. The cilia are used in swimming and food gathering. This Vorticella uses its cilia to create water currents that pull in food. Larger organisms like these green algae get caught in the current as well, but are not consumed. This Dileptus feeds by waving its trunk back and forth through the water, hoping to draw in organisms. The Daphnia is a common multicellular organism you find in pond water. It moves by flicking its large antennae. The Planaria is a common flatworm you might run across. The Hydra has tentacles lined with sharp barbs that attach themselves to prey. Once caught, the victim is then stuffed into the Hydra's mouth, located at the base of its tentacle.
Yes, here in experiment we saw that the small organism was moving on it. In video we saw that a small organism moving on it. What is the name of that organism? Let us see the picture. We can see these types of picture in the videos. These we calling amoeba, paramecium and euglena. Amoeba, paramecium and euglena. These are the microorganisms we found in water. This is microorganism and these organisms we cannot see by naked eye. Naked eye means without using microscope or hand lens. So, these are the microorganisms we found in water. So, there are many other microorganisms also there. There are many small units in our body part. Even an ant includes thousands of units like this. Even an ant, it includes thousands of units in this. So this we call cell. Its name was cell. There are some organisms with only one cell. It is known as unicellular organism. What is unicellular organism? Unicellular organism means the organism with only one cell. Only one cell. The organism with only one cell is known as unicellular organism. For example, amoeba, paramecium, euglena, virus, bacteria. These all are the example for unicellular organism. Unicellular organism means the organism with only one cell. The organism with only one cell is known as unicellular organism. For example, amoeba, paramecium, euglena, virus, bacteria. These are the example for unicellular organism. The organism with more than one cell in their body is known as multicellular organism. Multicellular organism means the organism which had more than one cell in their body is known as multicellular organism. Plants, animals, human are the example for multicellular organism. Now did you understand what is unicellular organism and multicellular organism? The organism with only one cell. Only one cell. It is known as unicellular organism, and organism with more than one cell in their body. More than one cell in their body is known as multicellular organism. Plants, animal, humans are the example for multicellular organism. We said the ant include thousands of cells. So the ant is example for multicellular organism. Amoeba, it is a small one microorganism. It is very small because it has only one cell. So its size was very small. Now did you understand unicellular organism and multicellular organism? Yes. Now Arun has a doubt. He asking it with his father that when he grow up, his cell was also grow up, or the number of cell was growing. Now Arun has a doubt, when he grow up, the number of cell was growing or the size of the cell was growing. You should find out the answer. For I am giving an example for you. If two persons, they are building a house. So here he want to build a big house, and another person he want to build a small house. For do we use big bricks for build big house and small bricks for build small house? No, there is a difference in number of bricks, isn't it? If we want to big house, we use many bricks. If we want to build a small house, the number of bricks was less. Like when the human or the plants or animals, when it's grow up, the number of cell was developing, not the size, number of cell was developing. So we can say that the baby and his mother, in which body we can find out more cell? Yes, in father's body, because their size was big. When we are grow up, our cells number was increasing, not the size in the number of cell was changing. Hope you understand what I said. So today we discussed about first, there are different kinds of plants, animals and organisms around us. It was different in shape, size and color. Then we said there are organism and microorganism. Organism means the things that we see, the living things. നമ്മൾക്ക് മുന്നിൽ കാണാൻ പറ്റുന്ന ഒക്കെ എന്താണ്? ലിവിങ് തിങ്സ് ആണ്. ദ മൈക്രോ organism means living things. Microorganism means the organism that we can't see by naked eyes. Microorganism എന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ നമ്മൾക്ക് വെറും കണ്ണിലൂടെ കാണാൻ പറ്റാത്ത അതിനെയാണ് നമ്മൾ മൈക്രോ ഓർഗാനിസം എന്ന് വിളിക്കുന്നത്. സോ അമീബ, പാരമീസിയം, യൂഗ്ലീന, വൈറസ്, ബാക്ടീരിയ, these are the example for microorganism because we can't see in naked eyes. നമ്മൾക്ക് വെറും കണ്ണിലെ കൂടി ഇതൊന്നും കാണാൻ പറ്റില്ല. നമ്മൾക്ക് മൈക്രോസ്കോപ്പ്, അതർവൈസ് നമുക്ക് വേറെ ഹാൻഡ് ലെൻസ്, we need the help of other things. So that we calling microorganism. Then we said unicellular organism and multicellular organism. If the body has only one cell, ഒരു ബോഡിയിൽ ഒരൊറ്റ സെല്ല് ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ഇതിന് നമ്മൾ യൂണിസെല്ലുലർ ഓർഗാനിസം, വി കോൾ ദാറ്റ് യൂണിസെല്ലുലർ ഓർഗാനിസം. ഫോർ എക്സാമ്പിൾ യൂണിസെല്ലുലർ ഓർഗാനിസം അമീബ, പാരമീസിയം, യൂഗ്ലീന, ബാക്ടീരിയ, വൈറസ്, these are the example for unicellular organism. And the multicellular organism means the organism with more than one cell. ഒരു സെല്ലിനെക്കാട്ടും കൂടുതൽ സെല്ല് അതിൻ്റെ ബോഡിയിൽ ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ that we call multicellular organism. Plants, animals, humans are example for multicellular organism. Then we said that when we grow up, the number of cell was growing, not in the size, the number was growing. So I hope you understand. This is the time to wind up the class. See you later.